pretty excited for these games because, you know, the Leftovers, they're my favorite team because, I mean, you know how much I love Sloppy Seconds. I do know how much you like that. So our first band coming out from Cringe Crew, Neja, they're on our first pick side. Also taking out the Janice. These games are pretty important for Cringe Crew. They are still looking to make DreamHack. If they go ahead and win a lot of their remaining games, also depending on how Hungry for More does, they could be attending DreamHack. So very, very important for them. Leftovers, on the other hand, I believe they're out of this, so they're just kind of winning for ego right now, or to get a little bit more prize money from positioning. Nemesis first picked from Cringe Crew. We must be in Europe, boys and girls. We see the hot Nemesis first pick, immediately followed by a Hunbat's pick coming out from the Leftovers, even though Cringe Crew clearly has their jungler already. Leftovers are going to opt to just pick their jungler instead of getting two other meta picks and then third picking their jungler if they were worried about the Hunbatch getting taken away. Definitely wasting a potential pick there. And then picking up the Apollo, a strong meta pick for ADC. Waiting on Cringe Crew to pick up. We got a lot of options on the table, like literally everything. Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, can they pick Susano? No, they can't pick Susano. That's next week. Bach is coming out from Cringe Crew. A more popular support in Europe. Not so popular in North America. Definitely doesn't see that much play. Would have been a Sobek pick for the aggressive support in North America. And Zeus coming out to round up those top three. Pretty popular right now is to grab your support, jungler, and mid combo. That tri combo being used a lot right now to get the best fight you can. Cringe Crew's not looking too shabby with the Zeus Bacchus Nemesis. On the other hand, Hunbats, they opted for the Apollo instead, now looking for that third pick. If they don't pick a mid here, they might be out of a lot of options. Ryzen, Janice, and Zeus already off the table. I would imagine they're going to be leaning towards picking up a mid here. Otherwise, they're going to be... Nope. They're going to go for the Athena. They're more worried about getting the support under lock. But now I would not be surprised to see Cringe Crew just ban out two more mids and force Leftovers into an awkward off-meta middle. Meanwhile, from the Leftovers, I wouldn't be surprised to see some Hunter bans. Solo lane bans would be a little bit confusing just because they haven't picked their solo laner yet, and we're going to see the Huyi ban come out, so they are going to opt to at least ban one Hunter. And back to the side of Cringe Crew. Cringeworthy. Waiting to ban, presumably what is going to be a mage, but could be a solo laner. And it is going to be a solo laner taking out the Guan Yu. The Guan Yu. Making sure there ain't no heals coming out. Next pick will be the side of Leftovers, though. So they have that. Taking out the Chronos as a potential ADC option. Not super popular this season because of the rise of Golden Bow. And obviously, mages can't use Golden Bow. So, that's going to be... that's a pretty interesting ban. Possibly a waste of a ban. Meanwhile, on Cringe Crew, I still would expect to see a mage ban out here. I don't think they really need to ban another warrior, unless they're worried about Leftovers solo lane player and not their mid lane player, in which case they could opt for another solo lane ban. But instead, they will simply run out of time on the ban. Possibly 0 seconds left. Yeah. And they're going to ban out Raw, because when I think competitive Smite, I think Raw right now. So they're going to go ahead and get rid of it, because 57% win ratio, get rid of that god. Back over to the Leftovers. I can only imagine they're going to pick up either the... Yep, they're going to pick up their mid laner. They had quite a bit of mid characters out now, so new Wa. Why not? Global presence, along with the Apollo and the Athena. So a ton of global on that team. I don't want to sneeze. Cupid on the side of Cringe Crew. Cupid coming back into the meta as his ultimate was changed and has no cast time on his ulti. So it is now an instant cripple. So it does well against pretty much everybody right now. If you can land your heart bomb, it does crazy damage. And Tyr, a safe solo laner, coming out from Cringe Crew for their last pick. And Osiris on the side of Leftovers to round it up. That should be a fine lane for him. overall draft seems to be going to Cringe Crew. Although leftovers do have a lot of global presence, so we'll see if the leftovers will be able to use that global presence to their advantage as we go ahead and get ourselves into this game with another clip. How's my timing? How's my timing? Your timing sucks. My timing's fine. Go! Go, Smite, go! Go, Smite, go! Sports, go, sports. Gods. Arenas. Abilities. Wazda movement. There we go. There's my clip. Fantastic. Ooh, that was a hot Janus ult from Cheerio. That was hot, dude. That was hot. Alright. Oh, allied casting. I heard some allied in there. Did he just snipe that FG? Nice. And we are live. We've got Cringe Crew and leftovers. Let's go ahead, take a look at the builds. Both mid laners opting to not go purple pot. Both are opting to start into that dynasty play help. Very uncommon right now in North America to avoid the purple pot because you lose lane. Soulstone on the side of Nuwa, Vamp Shroud on the side of Zeus, pretty common. Supports both opting for the Watcher's Gift, Heavenly Agility on the side of Athena, Meditation on the side of Bacchus. 2 golden bows coming out for our ADCs, both with 2 health, 1 mana potion. We have Boomba's Mask and red potions coming out for the junglers, and a Death Toll for Osiris, and a Blue Stone for Tyr. Nothing crazy. Pretty standard builds coming out. And let's get into this match. As far as our starts are going, everything seems to be pretty standard. Cringe Crew opting to all do the back harpies instead of just having Cupid do the back harpies at first. May cost them a second on that clear. Just a little bit inappropriate. And Nuwa will make it to the mid lane first because of that choice of clear coming out from Cringe Crew. They will also make it late to this lane as well. Leftovers going to have the clear in the dual lane. Athena, Apollo going to out clear. Bacchus, Cupid every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Nuwa going for those left side minions while Zeus opts to go get the fire creeps. I think Zeus might have cleared the fire creeps before Nemesis got there though, which would be unfortunate. That's a bunch of free gold they would be missing out on. No contention going on the right side. Harvey immediately jumps in though at Badja, and Cringe Crew has somehow gotten lane control here. Which is incredible. They should definitely not have the lane control over Apollo at all. That should definitely not be a thing. They should not be able to get that lane control here. But Emilzy playing so aggressive. Maybe too aggressive as he flops into the wave. But nope, he will get out just fine and dandy. No problems there. They're keeping a lot of pressure on Apollo, who's at this point... Oh my god, a beautiful heart bomb coming out from Shaggy Shank to keep the pressure over here. Apollo's out of potions. Shaggy Shank's mana potions down, but he still has both his health potions. Honestly, might have been able to just go 2 mana potions and a health potion, but with the help of his hearts, he's going to keep getting his mana back, so that was crazy. That is pretty much dominant on that side of the map. Over to the solo lane side of the map. Osiris beating up on Tyr, as is to be decently expected. Osiris didn't clear the wave though, so he actually took a lot of poke back himself, trying to bait the Tyr to go on him with the full wave as his Hunbats was there. But it did not work. Both junglers over in the soul lane right now. It seems that they know each other are there. So everybody just kind of chilling like, hey, look at, we all came over. Grass, let's farm the wave together. Hunbats could look for a play though if he gets a big ultimate off. Presumably Tyr has teleport as he does. Nem does have beads to get out of it, but Tyr would be stuck in that CC duration. And it looks like Cringe Crew will once again get the fire creeps, which will net them a tiny gold lead. Pretty classic Europe right now. Nothing too exciting happening. Everybody just farming, chilling. Nobody want to be out of position. The superior farming skills right now going the way of Cringe Crew. Still dual pressure over in the left lane though. We can see Bacchus was all the way pushed up there for a moment to the tower line. Not afraid at all of any potential ganks. Using his flop to go in on them as fast as he can. Replica's farming a speed buff. He goes, I'm a jungler. I want speed buff and I want it now. Apollo's finished his golden bow. Cupid has not backed yet to finish his golden bow. Cupid does have enough gold for it because he does have more gold than Apollo, but still opting to not back. Going to grab yet another wave. Any trade going on in the lane should go the way of Apollo because he has back to finish the golden bow. And Cupid should be just about out of mana. More farming for Cringe Crew, grabbing the left side hotkeys. But new Hua wants the right side ones, so she's going to grab them, but not for free, possibly. Cringe Crew took a little gander at them and said, nah, man, I'm not about that fighting life. I just want to chill out, man, have a good time. We can all farm together. We can be all hunky-dory. Ain't nobody got to die this day. So they're going to go ahead and back that up, and we're going to lag. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We back. Yay! The stream didn't crash. By stream, I mean not my stream, their stream. But what are you going to do? Repicas warding, as a good jungler does, throwing down wards for his team, bringing vision upon the battleground of the gods. And the stream is lagging again. Oh no. Oh no, but we're going to transfer our camera angle, which is going to fix the Smite game lag. And that's going to bring us over to the solo lane where we see the jungler jungling. Huh. That makes life easy. That makes life easy. But the Smite game channel is going to lag again. It's actually not Smite game channel, Smite Raw. And we're good again. This is unfortunate. This channel is lagging. I wish it was not, but it is. We're going to have a taunt coming out from Badja onto Emilzy, but nothing's going to happen because this is only 6 minutes into the game and this is Europe. They can't fool me. They can't fool me. Meanwhile, Emilzy looking to make a play on left lane. Going to go ahead and flop right back out of there. And once again, nothing will happen. Kiro pushed up a little bit. Definitely could have been aggressed on there. Leftovers had 3 members in the mid lane while they only had 1 on the side of Cringe Crew. Could have been a free pickoff onto the Zeus right there. But nobody wants to play aggressive because nobody wants to get first blooded. So, what do we do when we got nothing to talk about? Oh, we got something to talk about. No, we don't. What do we do when we got nothing to talk about? We talk about hot dogs. I love hot dogs. Hot dogs are great. If I had a co-caster here that could eat food, I'm sure a co-caster would say that they like hot dogs as well. Oh, I like things that are kind of like hot dogs, you know. they get all just like, you know, get it? It's like a hot dog, but it's not. It's a penis. I know it's a penis, CHAIRCON. We all know it's a penis. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, Leftovers just trying to get some farm on. They are losing the farm battle, but not badly enough. Just about 1,000 gold. Nothing too crazy, but they will need to find some sort of initiation, or this could possibly slowly bleed them out, which they surely do not want, as losing is bad. Welcome to Smite casting. Or I tell you that losing is bad. Okay. Still nothing happening. We might actually have contention over these right side harpies. Both teams are going for them, but the camera's going to go to the left lane instead of the one fight we're having all game. And Rapikos is going to shield the Hunbat's ult and probably use his beads. He did. His beads are down. And we will once again have a disengage from both teams because Europe. Woo! All right. Excited. Well, beads were taken off of Nemesis for Hunbat's ult, so that was worth it for the side of leftovers. If they can find a fight once Hunbat's ult comes back up, before Nemesis ult, or before Nemesis beads comes back up, they will have an advantage in that fight. Nuwa ulting just to make sure that Cringe Crew not doing the Gold Fury. Underrated part of that ultimate is that it does give you vision, so you can use it to check where people are on the map, actually, so you don't have to go face check themselves. And Emil Z is going to enter onto Badger, who will find himself being possibly the first blood in this game, as he will. Kiro will detonate and finish him off. Good aggression there from Emil Z to find the flop over the wall. Nothing the Badger could do about it. Simply CC'd and then blagged via detonate. Blag! Over in the dual lane, Shaggy and Arkill seem to be kind of chilling out, not doing too much. They both have almost the exact same gold. Cupid opting to go attack speed boots, which I don't think I agree with, considering he's Cupid. But the Gold Fairy will be started up, and they're staying on it for now. They're going to reset that Gold Fairy as the Hunbat ult comes out. Kiro should die here, but a really good Cupid ult coming out. Going to kill Badger and going to force the beats off of Apollo. Meanwhile, in the background, we have Osiris looking for the kill onto Emilzy, who's not going to be able to find him, and he's going to be out of position now himself. A kill on Apollo dropped by Shaggy Shank as the Heart Bomb is missed. And oh my god, Zeus didn't die. They didn't kill Zeus. How did they not kill Zeus? They didn't kill Zeus. What? What? How did they not kill him? He had 1 HP in the middle of their entire team. Okay, this is a really bad start to the game for leftovers. Not only were they getting bullied early from farm, but now they are dropping a couple kills that fight that they definitely should have had. A great Cupid ult coming out from Shaggy Shank that put Badger into an impossible position that forced him to just basically immediately die. And also forced the Apollo beads. Even though the kill was dropped later by Shaggy Shank onto the Apollo, still a good play. A counter Gold Fairy coming off from leftovers. A smart play considering they have the Nuwa minions to tank it for them. And they're going to go ahead and grab that for free. A really good play coming out from the leftovers. Good strategy right there, helping make up for some mechanical mishaps in the previous fight. Right side Harpies are up. Both teams looking to contest. Emilzy going aggressive way, so Cringe Crew definitely wanting to fight. Definitely going to be going for this speed buff as well, as we see Emilzy flop in, lands a good flop onto Cheerio, who's going to immediately find his doom. A 4-man taunt coming up from Badger though, into a 4-man Hunbat's ult, into a good Osiris ult, but Osiris will be meeting his doom at the hands of Kiro, who will once again detonate in all of Zeus's glory. All Kiro can play is Zeus. Just kidding. That's me. So what do you think about that last fight there, CHAIRCON?
Well, we see that we had a really good initiation from Emilzy. He flopped right onto his target. And you know, the best part about when you flop right onto somebody is sometimes you just get the detonate right on their face.
And that's about enough for me for now. We have a split push from Apollo coming out, taking the tier 1 in the ADC lane. Good for him. Good decision there. Couldn't do any defending himself. So we're going to go ahead and try to minimize the amount of gold that the enemy team has above them. Grabbing up 500 gold for himself. Or for his team, that is, while Cringe Crew had pushed down the mid lane. XP advantages are going to start to become apparent here. We have 2 levels right now lead from the solo laner, who actually may find himself in trouble, but lands a great Fearless onto the enemy team that's going to get him out of trouble. With just barely any mana left, that was an extremely risky play to go back for the Fearless, where he had no mana for any abilities afterwards, but he hit both his targets, which makes it a great and intelligent play. That's confidence right there. Kiro making sure that he wins this mid lane. Nothing Nuwa can do at this point to win lane. This is just over. It's just a matter of how much can she farm from how far away. Basically is what he'll be looking at to do. Emil will be looking to play aggressive with the Zeus though, as they should be. And they reset again. I would expect that Zeus Bacchus combo to be looking to be as aggressive as possible right now. They are at a pretty strong power spike. Zeus has his pen boots and Dynasty Plate Helm done. Nuwa is going into what presumably will be a Warlock Sash. Could be Gem of Isolation. Doubt it'll be an Ethereal Staff. Comparatively to Zeus, who's definitely going for the damage-oriented item, looking at either a Book of Thoth or a Soul Reaver for himself. And it's going to be the Book of Thoth. ADC builds, we see Cupid going the way of Lifesteal and Apollo going Ichabod. Actually, would have probably not been surprised to see those flipped. Cupid has a bit of Lifesteal built into his kit with the hearts, while Apollo doesn't. So Apollo needs the Lifesteal, and Cupid doesn't so much need the Lifesteal. Their builds are a little bit flippy-floppy right now. But you know what? This is Europe, where the points don't matter. So what are you going to do? Hunbat's opting to go into that Void Shield for the early defense in Pen, and we will once again see Cringe Crew coming out for the invade. Leftovers are very scared right now. Cringe Crew should be looking to go take that speed buff. They don't need to be backing off right now. They're going all the way over to the solo lane looking for Nika, who popped the Heavenly Agility, which is interesting that they've got Heavenly Agility on Osiris. Not a very common active that you're going to see in the solo lane. Oh, wow. A nice steal coming out from Kira right there. That is unfortunate for the enemy. Jungler, not having that speed buff is going to suck. Keeping up in levels with his counterpart, even though Cringe Crew is 4K ahead. But that stealing of the speed buff will start to bring him down a little bit. Nemesis ult coming out onto Cheerio, as Cringe Crew will find themselves at the tier 2 tower of the Leftovers. Bit of poke coming out from both teams, but nothing too crazy. Hunbat and Zeus coming over though may lead to something crazy. Kiro looking for the damage onto Cheerio, not gonna find the Chain Lightning as he misses his target Nika. Probably should have just gone for the shield instead. Apollo farming back Harpies, Gold Fairy spawning soon. Cupid pushing out his lane. And Repicos will go ahead and grab his own speed buff, resetting that timer on how long he has it. And Leftovers need to try to find something. Cheerio trying to play a little bit aggressive here in the mid lane. Not a bad idea, as there was nobody around for Cringe Crew, but no follow-up on the play, leading to a net of nothingness. Cringe Crew positioning themselves now to look towards the Gold Fury. Will they opt to start it though, or will they opt to simply get ward coverage and look for pickoffs? As of right now, they're looking for pickoffs. They forced a new ult. Gonna take a decent bit of damage though if I'm right across the map. They may be able to use it to their advantage right now against Kiro, but we're gonna see the initiation coming out from Emilzi. The belt gets interrupted by Athena taunt, but a ton of poke coming out from Kiro because that is what Zeus Juice does best. The 2-1-3 combo, very hard to deal with as an enemy team if you don't have any sustain built in, to which they don't. Gold Fury has been started. Emilzi initiating by himself though in the backline might find himself in some trouble. Jungler on the other hand tried to counter initiate and it was all by himself as Emilzi was zoning out the enemy team. 1v3. That's going to be the end of Nika's life as he's going to find a heart bomb straight to the heart. And he was too late. No meditation on that side as he had got Heavenly Agility for his active. And there should now be a free Gold Fury on the side of Cringe Crew. Putting him right over that 5k mark, which is about the time that we start to see games kind of get put away. This is where we start to see things snowball, where XP quite possibly starts to get out of hand, where we start to see teams group up, force down towers, and look towards getting that W in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. So, what do you think about that last fight there, CHAIRCON? We had Cringe Crew versus Leftovers, and Cringe Crew has secured the Gold Fury.
Well, sometimes you just gotta get the GF, and you know, if you don't have a GF, sometimes you just gotta sneak into a window and you just steal one. You just steal yourself a little GF and you grab it and you just run. You just keep on running.
I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but I'm not going to let this conversation go any further because climbing in windows is never okay for a chair. Cupid looking possibly to get some awards. Does he have any awards? He does not. He has that ward there on the side of leftovers. So they do know he is there. He may find himself in a compromised position, but he ends up being okay. Gonna dash right out of trouble. He does have a 2-level lead over the opposing ADC, 4 levels over the support. Badger actually a level above Emilzy. Pretty impressive farming there coming out from Badger. Only 600 gold behind as well, which is not too bad. Axio's getting a ton of pressure over here in the solo lane. We need to see Cringe crew start to group up, and it seems that they are going to group up over in the left lane. They're going to keep their solo laner over in the right lane to keep pressure over there, take blue buffs, etc., etc. Meanwhile, the rest of Cringe crew will start to push down towers as is expected, and this tier 1 will be theirs for free. They may opt to push this tier 2, or they may try to reset. Without new Wa here, though, the 4v3 should be in their favor. They just got to make sure they push it fast enough so that new Wa doesn't go get a tier 2 tower herself. Pressure is onto the tower. Leftovers does not want to fight this, and they're going to go ahead and give it up for free. New Wa will get a tier 1 tower of her own in the mid lane, but that will certainly not be enough to make up for what has just happened. Gold lead continues to swing in the favor of Cringe crew as the golden XP lead hit about the 8k mark. And this is not looking so good for leftovers. Most people expecting this to go 2-0 the way of Cringe crew. So nothing too surprising there. Seems to be going pretty standard as far as this game is concerned. 6-0. Pretty low amount in the kills. But a lot of objective play coming out for both teams, actually. We even saw leftovers get an early Gold Fury, which put them back into the game. Kiro way by himself. But leftovers are such on the back foot right now that they didn't even attempt to look for him. Looks like they might not have had the ward coverage out to know that. But he was way by himself. So far. That's just how far Cringe crew is ahead right now. That leftovers can't even look for the pickoff. They're just looking to win possibly some sort of team fight. Big taunt into a big Honda assault, something or another. Maybe waiting for more of a late game. They do have the Apollo over Cupid for late game. But there's a Nemesis and a Zeus and a Bacchus, so I'm not so sure that the late game is going to be in their favor anyway. Right tower is going to start to be on its way down. The ADC's duking it out over in the left lane. Apollo could always ulti over though, and if he gets the ulti off, they could look for a 5v4 over here in the right lane, which is the best case scenario for leftovers. If they can't win a 5v4, then this game is over anyway. So they might as well have Apollo ulti over, and it looks like he's going into the jungle, and that's the ulti start from Apollo. We're going to see Hummus have a good ulti on the tier, getting him really low, but Zeus has an even better ultimate, and he's going to wipe out half the team by himself. Apollo ulti is right in, but he's way by himself now. His team already having taken too much damage, have to retreat out. Hummus speeds down, may fall, but he does not. A good use of bead, stopping the Bacchus flop from hitting him. They're going to kill Kiro, which is going to be a huge deal for that to fall from Cringe crew. May be able to look for an opportunity, but Shaggy Shank is finally here. There's the Cupid ultimate. Going to do a ton of damage to Badger, had no way out. Milzy looking to finish up on the ADC as they also kill Badger. This tier 2 will fall. Looks like tier may be in trouble, but he actually heals off of the minions that followed him into the jungle and then dashes into a Cupid heart. Wow. What a play. What a good play coming out there from Cringe crew. Hit Axios. Kiro found himself a death there, but they found themselves the tier 2. Complete presence around the map. And they should be able to get another Gold Fury and then set up for a Fire Giant fight. Or if they don't want to risk a Fire Giant being stolen, they could just look to push down a lane. But I presume they will do the Gold Fury first before they go do any of that. I can only imagine. Cringe crew looking like they're going to set up, grabbing that red buff, throwing it the way of Zeus Juice, and now they'll look to snag this Gold Fury. Leftovers looking like they might actually come to contend the Gold Fury, not willing to give this up. They're saying, not anymore gold, this is ours. The Gold Fury was accidentally reset on the side of Cringe Crew. They will continue to secure the Gold Fury though after an accidental reset. They thought it was finished, and they will go to win this fight pretty handily. And this looks like this could be the end of pretty much any contention right here. Cringe Crew can opt now for a Phoenix or the Fire Giant, whatever they find is more important. They're actually diving Phoenixes right now, looking for the Nuwa. Nuwa going to go ahead and Aegis to avoid that damage and live. Meanwhile, the rest of Cringe Crew is going for the Fire Giant, and they will be opting for the Fire Giant. The safe call over the Phoenix dives right now. They don't have any creeps pushed up really anyway, except for left lane. Cringe Crew, though, looking strong in this game. Leftovers not the strongest team in Europe. But Cringe Crew at the 24-minute mark with a 12k lead. Looking like they definitely know that they are contesting for a DreamHack spot right now. That third spot in Europe is open right now between essentially Hungry for More and Cringe Crew. Both teams want it. Who will have practiced harder? Cringe Crew definitely needs the 2-0 here over the Leftovers. They have a fair amount of games left, so the ball is in their court, very similar to the Denial situation in North America, where it's very much up to those individual teams to get themselves into the LAN. Hey, speed buff for Repicas. He likes that speed buff. Repicas 1, 0, and 11. 0, 0, 5 on the Soul Laner. The Cupid coming out with a hot 5, 0, and 3. Cupid, I'm telling you guys, I've said it before in ranked, Cupid's coming back into the meta because he is strong right now. And once people figure out how strong he is, life is going to get real annoying in the duo lane because Cupid sucks to deal with as a support, man. Sucks to deal with. Very hard to deal with. There's also a bug on my wall, and it's freaking me out a little bit. Some would say that it's bugging me. Schwa, schwa, schwa. Cringe Crew looking to force down this last Phoenix. Leftovers with the 14k gold deficit have no choice but defend under a Phoenix. If they lose this fight, the game is over. If they win it, they may be able to breathe a sigh of relief as they look to push out some of their lanes, get some more farm up, look at those endgame builds. Emilzy gonna initiate onto that dual lane side Phoenix, and Nuwa barely escaping with their life, as is the rest of Leftovers gonna go ahead and retreat. Left Phoenix falls for relatively free. Mid Phoenix going down to the tier meanwhile, and they're looking for the counter initiation to get a Phoenixon to Hunnuts, although will it be enough? Cupid and Zeus doing so much damage to Leftovers as they're now getting dived inside their base. And this should wrap this game up for Cringe Crew. They should be able to go ahead and finish down this Titan, taking this series with the first game. And a pretty dominant performance at that, finishing at about the average time for a game this season, right around that 26-minute mark. And that will be game one for Cringe Crew.